Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Megan and I'm the witch here around the cauldron. In today's video, I wanted to give you a little review of this book that I was sent, Women of Tarot by Cat Willett, an illustrated history of divinators, card readers, and mystics. Before we continue, I have to say that I was sent this book for free by the publisher in exchange for my honest review. Anything that I say here is my honest review. I was not paid for this review or anything like that. They just sent me the book so I could share it with you. So I think this book is really interesting. I've never seen a book that is like this, that talks about women specifically, or femme presenting people who have had an impact on the tarot community and tarot in history. And I really like the way that this book is illustrated. Let me show you a couple of pages really quick. Here you go. So in the beginning, it's got a little illustration of a historical timeline of tarot. It talks about when tarot may have first been created for divination. It talks about important people such as Marie Anne Lenormand, who opened her fortune-telling salon in 1790. It talks about, let's see, here you go, 1909, Pamela Colman Smith illustrated the Rider-Waite-Smith Deck, the first deck since one called Sola Busca, to include fully illustrated scenes for all 78 cards. Now this book talks about history up until the present day, because present day, today is just tomorrow's history, right? So it goes through people such as Marie Anne Lenormand, Teresa Urea, Pamela Colman Smith, Lady Frieda Harris, Rachel Pollack, and Mary Kay Greer, and so many more. There's a lot of people in this book that I hadn't heard of. It starts out in a sort of historical way. It starts with Nefertiti, which was interesting to me. It does mention that with our current understanding of history and what we know, there is no direct connection between Nefertiti and ancient Egypt and the tarot that we know today. But she is included because of her spiritual power and how she garnered political influence and how she helped change the religious beliefs of an entire nation. You move through the book, and it's divided into different sections. So you've got sections for the more well-known or influential people such as Marie Anne Lenormand, and it gives an illustration, some background on the person, and then it goes through and discusses how the person is involved in the history of tarot or card reading for divination. In between all of the more prominent figures in tarot history, it talks about people who had a smaller impact, such as Harriet Wilson. Talks about Helena Blavatsky, not too familiar with her, besides the fact that it says she is a controversial figure. Moina Mathers. So it's really interesting to go through and read about how all of these women and femme-presenting people have made tarot what it is today and really affected the way that we understand the cards and the way that we read the cards. There is even a section on, I know it was in here. I remember seeing it. Here we go. A source that people use all the time. There's no image here. But if you read this page, it talks about a young university student named Bridget Esselmont, who created the website known as Biddy Tarot. And if you have been learning tarot at all in your journey as a spiritual person, you most likely have come across her website and her resources. They are free online. She does have courses that you can pay for, but she has a wealth of knowledge on her website that people use on a daily basis. There's also a fairly large section on Rachel Pollack, who is a huge influential woman in regard to tarot. If I'm not mistaken, one of her books, The 78 Degrees, is one of the most recommended tarot books that I have seen when people ask about books related to learning tarot. So if you are interested in the Women of Tarot and having a cute little illustrated guide to some of the history, you can pick this book up wherever books are sold. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon and bookshop.org and thrift books and things like that. Support your local bookstores though. If you have that option, see if they have it or if they can order it for you if that's what you want to do. I will leave a link in the description below to the author, Cat Willett, as well as to different places online where you could find this. And if you choose to pick it up and read a copy for yourself, I'd love to know what you think about the book. It's not something that is super intellectual. It's really just for informative purposes. But I think it's a wonderful little book to have if you're really interested in tarot and want to hear about the women who have had an influence on the way that we read cards for divination today. So again, links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can see more videos. Hit the little bell so you can be notified of when I post a new video, whenever that happens. And I will see you back here next time. Bye.